Hello everyone, it's Leah, and in today's video, I want to talk to you about how to find and use reference images for your art. This is a huge conversation, and at times it might feel a little scary, and I have so much knowledge I would like to share with you. I'm going to try to cram it all into this 12-minute video. I've actually re-recorded this several times because I started rambling or getting off track or running out of time. So I just want to first dive into finding inspiration, because when it comes to finding inspiration to create or work in our art journals and heal with art, we can be inspired by countless things. It's an endless possibilities. We can be inspired by the morning light that comes into our bedrooms. We can be inspired by something we see during our daily routine, maybe driving to work or taking the bus. We can be inspired by the movies we watch and the TV shows we binge. We can be inspired by the books that really consume us, that we get so immersed into this new reality. We can be inspired by new environments, by going on vacation or by visiting old friends, family members. We can even be inspired by social media and the things we see while scrolling. We can be inspired by things that we see on Pinterest and Google. Inspiration can spark at any time and anywhere. But it isn't always safe to use those images to create our art. I'm going to give you an example here. So say I'm on Pinterest and I'm just scrolling around looking at images and I see this beautiful photograph of a still life. And in this image, there are flowers and vases all over the place. Or vases, depending on how you like to say it. There are flowers all over the place and there are vases. There are teacups and an open window with this beautiful golden light shining in. And there's, stuff everywhere, crystals, rainbows coming through, crystals hanging from the, window. It's a beautiful scene and I am inspired by it. And my brain says, I need to create this. Problem is, the image that's on Pinterest is not a safe image to recreate, because whoever posted that photo, whoever owns that image. It is theirs. But how do you use something that inspired you like that to create something? Easy. Look at the photograph and ask yourself, what is inspiring me about this? Is it that light coming through the window? Is it that golden hue? Is it the deep shadows that are being created? Great. Use that and put it in your image that you want to make. Or is it the colors of everything in this photo? Is it all the different flower colors and the pink walls and the blue vases, whatever? Is it, is it that? Great. Use those colors in your painting. Or maybe it's the flowers themselves. It's the type of flowers. They're daffodils or peonies or roses or whatever. Great. Create a painting with those flowers. Maybe even with the exact same type of light, where the shadows are deep and there's highlights all over the flowers. Do that. Just you can't recreate that exact photograph. But how do you find an image to use those inspirational aspects into something? Because let's face it, not all of us can look at something that inspires us and then create something out of the blue, completely different, out of our imagination. Sometimes we need a little help, and that's where reference images come in. In today's time, finding a reference is super easy and super simple. And what's great about it being, 2021 is the fact that there are websites that supply us with free images. So for example, in today's painting, while on Unsplash, I found this bouquet of flowers and I was like, oh my God, that is so cool. I love this combo of flowers and the colors. Great. I recreated it, put a little bit of a twist on it in my own style, had fun with it, which was safe to do because Unsplash is a website that supplies you with royalty-free images for you to use for whatever your purposes are. Meaning, if I found a photograph of a bouquet of flowers, I can post that bouquet of flower photo on social media. I can use that photo on my website. I can use that photo in creating commercial work. I can use that photo to paint. I can use that photo to trace the flowers. I can use that photo to make a collage in my art journal. The only thing that you can't do with images on royalty-free websites is claim you took that photo and then take that exact file and post it somewhere else on another website to give for free or to sell that photo as is. It must be manipulated in some way. Another source to find visuals, if you don't want to use Unsplash, is another website called Pexels. Not to be confused with Pixels, it is Pexels with a E. And for them, they are the same way. You can use their photos, download them for free, and create whatever you want to create with them. If you find a photograph of a puppy and you really want to paint that puppy or draw that puppy or, I don't know, make a collage of puppies, you can do that. The only thing you can't do is take that exact same photo, manipulate it in no way whatsoever other than put it on a mug and then take that mug and sell said mug because you are not the original owner of the photograph. The original owner, Bob, let's just say, his name is Bob, photographed his puppy, realized how cute his puppy is, and knew that other people would like to have access to it. So he posted it to Pexels or Unsplash and allows other creators to use that image. That does not mean you have the right to take Bob's photo and make money from it. But you can take Bob's photo, create a painting, drawing, illustration of some kind, and make money from that. Another website that you can use is called Pixabay. It too has the exact same type of ruling as Unsplash and Pexels. You can download their photos, create whatever you want to create. You just can't take that photo as is and sell it. And what's really important here, guys, also is the photos that you download from these sites. Say, for example, you are using someone's face because you really like drawing people and portraits. You can't take somebody else's face there and paint them in a negative way. So use it for hate, which I would hope none of you would do because we are not about that here. We're about healing with art. But they do have a very strict rule on their sites that their images aren't used in a negative light by using that, by putting somebody's face to negativity. I just want to state that, even though I don't believe any of you would do that, but it must be said. There are other websites out there other than royalty-free websites for free. You can do something like Shutterstock. They also supply images that are free to use for whatever purpose you want, only you have to pay a monthly fee to access them. So what's the benefit of paying a monthly fee versus going to a website like Pexels, which lets you download it with no cost? The benefit is that less people are going to be doing that, which means less people will have downloaded the exact same rows to paint. But that's going to be all about personal preference. I don't know if you heard that, but my dog's barking. He barks in all my videos. I always say, I don't know. Did you hear that? And then afterwards I play the button and then it's like, oh yeah. They could hear that. I don't know if you could actually hear him now because he's outside. Anywho, back to the subject at hand. what I'm going to do in the description section below is provide links to each site that I have mentioned. So then that way you have easy access to it. But also what I'm going to do is link you to their licensing page. So then that way, if you are still feeling a little uneasy about it, you can see clearly what their site's policies are and how they protect not only their users and you. I do want to state, I understand that the internet and other artists, and there are scary people out there in the world that might make it seem like it's not safe to use reference images, or it's improper to use reference images that are from other people creating them. But it is safe to do it if you do it properly, and there is nothing wrong with using reference images that you did not photograph yourself. Now, I did not really touch on the subject of copyright. I just want to state that at the end of this video, because copyright itself is a huge topic, and I am by no means a copyright lawyer. I did discuss copyright in art school throughout the years. It's been brought up, and these sites are sites that I myself use and feel comfortable using, which is why I'm providing them to you guys. This video here is to just help you with another added level, because I know when it comes to painting and healing with art, sometimes you can't think of ideas, you don't know what you're doing, and you can look at your work and go, I really wish I had seen something to reference from. That's what these things are for, because we can't always see, zebras. Like, where do you get to see a zebra in everyday life? That kind of thing. So yes, that's why I just wanted you guys to feel more knowledgeable and more comfortable and more safe using reference images. Okay, so I'm about to reach the end of this video, and I don't want to ramble too much. So I'm just going to say, if you have any comments or questions, leave it in the comment section below, and I will do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. If you enjoyed this video, you found it informational, you found the information useful, please hit that thumbs up button. And if you are interested in the subject of creating art and using art for healing, hit that subscribe button. And until next time, everyone, stay magical.